Whoa. Okay. So I'm obviously I don't know if you noticed I got out my two animation videos pretty close together. Not exactly day after day, but I got them out pretty close together, and there's a reason for this. Because I don't I want to talk about this. Honestly, I don't know too much about it, so I'm just giving my own personal opinion about it. But that's the reason I'm getting information stuff out, just in case I have such a bad opinion of Beowulf after this. Beowulf's in some pretty bad drama right now. Ooh. First of all, they came out as having a multiple personality disorder type thing. No, it's quite literally multiple personality disorder. So, because of that, the messages that I sent through the video a little bit. I watched first a little bit of it. The thing I'm about to show you could have been from one of the different personalities that Beowulf has. Not an excuse. It's still bad. And if so, I guess I gives Beowulf a few other chances with their other personality. It's very, very weird. I don't. When it comes to multiple personalities, I don't know how to deal with it. I don't know how to handle it when it comes to drama because, like, morally, I cannot blame all the personalities for one personality's issues. But at the same time, it's Beowulf who's the main personality. It's their responsibility to keep all the others in check, is it not? Tree animation team went too far. Gotcha rant, and then there's the description. Read description. Okay, so let's read the description first. Hey, sorry for if audio is bad. I recorded this from my dorm. If you notice, my voice got softer because my roommate walked in. LOL. My disappointment with the way that they handled since the only reason I made the second video is because our interactions. I've stopped at the first one. Also, please check your please check on your own every public screenshot I took and seen in either general chat or supporter chats. Check them out yourself if you think they're out of context. This is last video I'll make on Cheemation. I found information, but I'll be giving out to people who want to make their own videos.
Hello, this is Soy. This is a follow-up video. I was recently contacted by Bayo. He threatened to expose my account if I didn't take the video down. Most of the points he made were, I didn't manage my project well, so that means I couldn't criticize them, or that I also don't have much experience. I'd like to mention that I did have experience as I worked with studios and internships. Also, yes, I did make mistakes in my old project, but these were not on the same level as Chippimation.
Going through the screenshots, like going here, I get that you were tired of you tried to include things from the community's perspective, and I don't doubt that your intention was to speak up for others. But presenting something, but we love the word "but" in this community, don't we? So, like, basically, what's everyone's opinion on these screenshots, kinda? Cause, like, yeah, what's everyone's opinion? In my opinion, it's a pretty simple answer. Never thought out of all people Beowulf would be such a piece of garbage as a person. Now let's just like skim through this, let's continue going on. But like, this is already pretty condemning. Beowulf should not have knocked on this person's indie project. An indie project, which, mind you, Gotcha World / Coffee are they're good. They're great. And basically, like, yes, she worked with Beowulf on Gotcha World before that got shut down. As you can see, if you want to understand more to that, you can look at the Looney files for them renaming it. And it getting shut down, I don't know why that happened, but it did happen, I guess, and I don't know why. But them comparing one project to another, it's not good. It's not great. And honestly, Beowulf is not in a good spot right now. I wouldn't hate to be Beowulf right this very second. personally. Now, if we go up here, as far as up as we can, what do we see? We see a lot of art, special social media posters, a lot of that. And yet, with all that being said, with all these creators talking about it, myself included at this point, even though I'm recording this on the 10th, so as soon as this can be out, is why I would say the 12th, just so I can get out the other Chibi Animation video I need to get out first. But now let's go to Beowulf. Okay. Let's go to Beowulf. What have they been up to? Well, I mean, they've been up to coming out again as having multiple personality disorder, as I mentioned, which I have no issue with. I mean, if you have that, then you have that, and it's not an issue. You are okay the way you are. Them coming out as trans, not an issue. But they haven't responded at all. Community posts, videos, nothing. Maybe a short? No. Maybe a live? Nope, they haven't done that in 7 months. Huh, sigh. And before that was 2 years ago. Man. Okay. Well, surely. Announcements. Oh, well, haven't seen anything besides from Alan about behind the label. But whenever this post was made, in my opinion, all this drama between Beowulf and let me just get the name, Soy. Okay, I'm gonna say Soy from now on. Just need to look. Soy and Beowulf should have been going on. Now you can argue that now Alan's the one that made this post, so Alan should not be involved, right? I mean, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense, except when you realize Beowulf as a person, this person right here, should be in charge. Beowulf should be in charge of all the other stems because Beowulf is the original. Unless I have it all wrong, and we've been going through, and we've been having a stem this whole time. I don't think so, because it says Beo stem. So Beo should have been in charge of the other stems, unless I have multiple personality disorder wrong, and where I don't understand it maybe a little bit. But as far as I'm aware, if you've taken therapy and you've gone through the treatment, you're supposed to be able to control your other stems. Beowulf silent on this. Beowulf stems is not a valid excuse for them. So what's going on? Huh? Because genuinely, what's going on? Because we're in a very, very fun spot. Just because I'm going up against Beowulf with this one. Look, I love Beowulf's content. They're the reason. Quite frankly, they're the reason that I have this PNG model. I followed their tutorial. It was great. I even added different faces that they showed me how to do. They are very cool when it comes to regards on the internet and tech. They're very good at that. They're very smart. They're very intelligent. But they made a little blunder. And I'm just saying all this about the stems. I've been saying about this all in the whole video because I don't want them to use it as an excuse. And I'm saying this in this video because if they use that as an excuse, which they may, I've seen it happen before, where they blame it something that they have, like a disorder or an illness, etc., etc. They blame that for their issue, for them getting canceled. It doesn't work. Never works. But I need to say this. I needed to say that. And that's why. Okay? Beowulf, you're cool. And quite frankly, I support you in going trans and your stems. I support that. But please just don't blame your stems for this. Take accountability, because you went a little far.